So I did a video, I don't know, in the summertime about upgrades to your conceal firearm, right? You guys want a safety check. The purpose of the video was to educate people on what I've discovered about upgrading your concealed firearms as far as trigger goes, night sights, and other upgrades, barrels, flash hiders, guide rods, lasers, things like that. So I've learned some new things in the past week or so. I've had a good friend who passed the bar exam, and I've actually talked to a lawyer about this before, but the friend I have who passed the bar is very, very smart. I mean, talking about, this is a smart girl. Okay, anyway, so let's talk about upgrades to your firearm. So first of all, I just want to say, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a cop. I am a 235 guard, Act 235 guard. I have my lethal weapons training in Pennsylvania by Pennsylvania State Police. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Like, I'm not an expert lawyer or anything like that. I just do my own research for my own well-being, for my own knowledge, you know. A word of the wise: don't ask cops these things. You know, I get a lot of times I'll put a Instagram post up on my firearm, and I'll get a DM of someone saying, "Are you allowed to do that? You know, you should take that trigger out. That's really stupid. A cop told me that's illegal. Blah blah blah." Listen, cops don't have to be cops. They don't have to pass the bar. I'm in the process of getting these to stick better. Yeah, don't ask cops about law. Most of them don't know the law. That's why, and some of you do, don't get me wrong, but you don't need a bar exam. They don't need to pass the bar exam to be a police officer. Some of them have law degrees. That's fine, whatever, but you're just better off just talking to a lawyer, because most cops don't know the law, and that's just the way it is. So just ask a lawyer. If you do know a cop that you're very trustworthy with, that knows the law, right, then go ahead. And obviously know your state laws, where you live. They're all different. So there may be a state that has a rule that says no triggers, no upgrades to your concealed gun. I've never heard of a state like this, so as far as I know, it doesn't exist. But, you know, just double check. So like I said, and you should be aware of something, and I'm just going to say right now, when you carry a firearm, you have to be very situationally aware constantly. You can't just because you have a gun, you can't get involved in some confrontations. You know, you can avoid situations, avoid it at all costs. You don't want to be involved. You know what I mean? This should be for last resort. You know, somebody, you know, really, even when somebody pulls a gun out on you, if you fire first, there's a good chance you can get in trouble. I mean, you got to be so aware of what's going on. You have to, everything has to line up perfectly. Carrying a gun concealed is these days, it's not something you want to toy with. You got to be very careful, educate yourself, do it right, and, you know, use it for when you absolutely need it, you know. I mean, I'd rather run than use this thing, to be honest with you. And if I can run and hide, that's what I'm doing. Call me a pussy, call me what you want. I don't want to hurt nobody. You know what I mean? Just the way it is. And if you think that you want to do that, that's your first mistake right there. If you think you're all of a sudden a badass because you have a concealed fire permit and you carry a gun, it's your first mistake. So, you know, you'll see my post on Instagram, like, and sometimes I get DMs saying, "Oh, I guess you think you're a real tough guy because you post pictures of guns. You want people to be scared of you." This is a hobby. You post pictures of your food. I post pictures of my gun. It's not that easy to take a picture of a firearm, believe me. Those of you who know the EDC stuff, you know how hard it is. It's a lifestyle. It has nothing to do with being tough and ego or anything like that. And by the way, if you don't like my post on firearms and you don't like that, then don't follow me. It's as simple as that. This is a free country, and I can do whatever the hell I want. So that's just great thing about being an American. So let's get into, now that we've rambled for 5 minutes, let's get into the deal here. So can you carry a gun with a upgraded trigger, night sights, a barrel, a flash suppressor, stipple grip, double undercut, extra magazine extensions? Some states, no, you can't. Some states you're limited to, California, you're limited to the amounts of ammunition that are allowed to be in your firearm. So you, like I said, you got to know your laws. Now, having a stipple grip can prevent me from the firearm slipping out of my hand. And when it's raining, it can prevent missed discharge. It can prevent a lot of things. I have a better purchase on the firearm because of the undercut. Having a set of really good night sights allows me to get a good sight picture at nighttime, allowing me to be on target accurately and not have a stray bullet go somewhere. So the argument can be made in a self-defense situation that this firearm is actually safer. What I've been told by a lawyer is when you put a trigger, when you put a barrel, when you put night sights, when you do any upgrades to your firearm, it's still a gun. It's still going to shoot a bullet. Okay, one of these things, a projectile, is still going to come out of it. It doesn't make it any more dangerous. Okay, I'm going to tell you what's going to get you locked up, what's going to get you in jail, what is going to lose your Second Amendment rights, and that is your mind. What do I mean by the mind? I mean the writing on the guns. You guys been seeing, I've been trying to do this video for a while now. What's going to get you in trouble is the writing on the guns. The stupid base plates in the back that say, "Come and take it," Mavun Abi, smiley faces, American flags on the back of the magazines. That is premeditated homicide. Basically, by having Mavun Abi on the back of my firearm, I am making myself say, all right, come on and try me. Come try me. Because that's what it means. Come and take it. Try me. It's premeditated. It's the mind is what's going to get you in trouble. Okay? Upgrades are arguably making the firearm safer. Okay? But when you put writing on there, writing, like Bible quotes that say, "The Lord my shepherd, I will slay anybody that's a dragon," or whatever, you know? Those are things that are going to get you in trouble. Now, something like this, that's fine. That's tactical. That's a brand. That's not any kind of threat. That's different. So, guys, take the writing off the guns. If you have those base plates with anything on it, I mean, a skull. I don't care if it's a skull. I don't care if it's crossbones. I don't care if it's 43 or, you know, this is what I have or, you know, whatever. Just keep it clean and nice. Upgrades to your firearm arguably make the firearm safer. Talk to a lawyer. You don't believe me? Talk to a lawyer. Show the lawyer my video. Go ahead. I welcome lawyers to comment. Am I right? Am I wrong? What do you think? This is what I've researched. This is what I've learned from somebody who's passed the bar exam. So, and somebody who studies this type of law, by the way. You don't want to go talk to a lawyer who studies law on automotive accidents or something, you know. You want to talk to a lawyer who studies in the personal cases of self-defense, or somebody who deals in with, oh my God, why can't I think of it? Like when people fight, like husband and wife. I can't even think of the domestic violence. So when you know, those are the types of things where a lot of times firearms are involved. So if and I've talked to the reason why this whole came about is because I seen a firearm custom made, and it had all its multicam, and it was a dedication to the movie Full Metal Jacket. Some of you may have seen it. Did they score again? Okay, no, that's a replay. And it said on there, "Born to Kill." Like, you have to be a complete moron to think that that is a good idea. Seriously. So I put that in the comments. I said, that's really stupid. You should take that off. Oh, it's not a carry gun. Okay, so what is it then? There's still a chance you're going to use it. It's a firearm. I mean, be smart about this, guys. Okay, so it's just a range gun. Great. So, okay, you're at the range. You're with your range gun. Boom, boom, boom. Born to kill. I'm such a badass, right? Where is it more likely to happen somebody gets shot or something happen? Where there's other people who have firearms, right? What if somebody just walks in there one day and says, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to go crazy right now and just shoot everyone in here. You know? What do you, and that's the gun that you have to protect yourself at that time. A firearm that says, born to kill on it. And you shoot the guy. Maybe you save lives. Maybe you don't. I can guarantee you that there's a real good chance that you're fucked for having that on there. Just take it off it. Just don't do it. It's stupid. There's no reason to have that kind of shit on a gun. None. Those are the type of things that make this country look bad with people who are trying to do this right. People like me. People like I don't know, anybody else who does this kind of shit. American flags and the bones and the badass shit and the quotes, and it's cheesy, it's chintzy, it's dumb, and it's going to get you in trouble. I can promise you. There was nothing, when she said that to me, it made sense. I was like, oh my God, that makes so much sense to me. If this does not make sense to you, please unsubscribe to my channel. Please. I don't care. Go away. Don't put in the comments you're an idiot, you don't know what you're talking about. You know what? Maybe I don't, but do your own research and hit the road. All right, so like, you know, there's other countries who don't have the right to carry a firearm. You know what I mean? And they're like, wow, man, it must be so nice to be able to protect yourself. But you know, it must be really bad to be able to protect yourself, but then have people who think they're protecting themselves, but they want to make a statement about how they can protect themselves. You know, when I take a picture of a firearm on my Instagram, it's not to be a badass and show, look at me, I got a gun. It's a lifestyle. It's something that you take pictures of food. I take pictures of guns, which is not very easy, by the way. It's actually really hard. And I don't take a ton of pictures, like EDC pictures and stuff, but you know, it's just something we do. And I don't know why it's such a problem for some people, but it is. So, and you know, maybe there's a case to be made that if you did have to use your firearm in a lethal way, in a concealed carry situation, a self-defense situation, and you do have pictures of your firearm, maybe there's a case to be made that you do get in trouble. I don't know. You have to look at, I guess, how it's written in the descriptions. You got to be careful, guys. I'm telling you. Anymore these days, you can't just be like, you know what? I got a problem with this person. They're threatening me. I'm gonna pull my gun out. And you know, those are the type of things that are really you gotta know. So here's some of the things that I'm just trying to give you guys some different scenarios to get your minds working. So here's what I do personally. Yeah, I do put stuff on Instagrams, but I am very careful about how I word things. Usually, I just put, this is a Glock, this is the cool custom stuff I've done to it, blah, blah, blah. Don't ever put, this is my badass carry gun, you know, or step to be now or something, or, you know, bad guys be aware or something like that. That's premeditated shit. You're looking for a fight. I don't care if you say bad guys. It doesn't matter. You're thinking about it. Premeditate it, guys. Premeditate it. That's the thing, okay? So understand. Premeditate it. Get it in your fucking head. All right? So, yes, I said fucking. Because this is a subject that just irks me to death because people don't understand it and they think they're going to argue with me about it. There's no argument to be made here. There's none. First of all, and I've had that cop tell me, well, we know you customized your trigger on your Glock. And I'm like, so? It's not illegal. You don't know the law, and plus this isn't a custom, this is a stock factory Glock trigger. The only difference is a polished trigger bar and a ghost connector. If anything, it makes the gun safer. There's an argument to be made there, and a lawyer will bring that up in court, and we will win. If it's a self-defense situation, if all the stars align perfectly with that other person, yeah, you might go to jail. Like, say, you know, there was a camera that seen you pull it out first, or maybe he said, hey, I'm not going to hurt you, and then you shot him. Like, there's different things that you got to know. So here's some, like I kind of got rambled off here, but here's are some things that I practice. I carry my firearm wherever I go with the exception of the workplace, okay? But everywhere I go, I have a gun on me. So everywhere I go, I am constantly looking. Who's around? What are people doing? Are they reaching? Are they printing? Where can I go to hide? Where can I run? Are there exits? Are there cameras? Are there... now, part of this comes from my 235 training and my lethal weapons training with the state police. But still, these are things I thought about before that anyway. If somebody pulls a gun out, where can I go? Where can I get cover? What are the first things I'm going to do? All right, that is, as soon as I step out of my vehicle, even when I'm in my vehicle, I'm thinking about these things. Even in traffic jams, I pull at least enough distance to where I can get out of there in a hurry. You know, a lot of people make the mistake. They think they're going to get out of their car. I'm just going to ditch my car and run. You have a like 85% chance of getting hit with a bullet if you exit your vehicle. It's very hard for a bullet. And most people carry 9mm 40 cal. It's very hard for those calibers to penetrate 2 layers of steel and a door panel. Even a windshield, unless you hit it in the same spot like 4 times. Unless you have armor piercing rounds, even those are tough to get through steel doors, interiors, and without ricocheting. It's not going to just go through the door panel and hit you. So stay in your damn car, is what I'm trying to say. Writings on the holsters, get rid of it. Like I said, if you're wearing clothing, guys, if you're wearing clothing, it's a perfect example. If I'm wearing this and I walk out of the house and I get in a firefight with someone because they tried to shoot me or something or whatever, this could actually get me in trouble possibly. There's a very good possibility. Now, it's very unlikely because if it's self-defense, there's the only way I'm ever pulling this thing out is in an absolute self-defense situation. I mean, it's absolute, all right, I'm going to die if I don't do something. You know, so what I'm trying to say is there's other shirts out there that are like, you know, 1 shot, 1 kill and kind of things like that. Don't wear that shit if you're carrying a gun. Don't wear that shit. Don't wear it to the range. Don't wear it anywhere. That stuff, wear to bed. I'll wear it to the gym. I carry my gun in the gym. So, you know, honestly, guys, you're just so much better just being gray man, whatever that means to you. You're just so better with a nice, clean look. You don't need these base plates that say different things or whatever they're called. So that's my video. It's a mind thing. Premeditated homicide over safety. There's a difference. There's a big difference. And that's all I got. As always, be respectful in the comments. If you have an argument, that's fine. Be respectful. This is not my opinion. This is factual things that I've learned. So, is it my opinion that wearing clothing and different things are stupid? Having writing on your gun in a range gun dedicated, is that my opinion? Yeah, that's my opinion, but it's a good one. And there is a very good chance that you could possibly get into some confrontation at a shooting range. That's a very good possibility. And if you have some kind of freaking writing on your gun, there's a very good chance you're fucked. Yes, I said fuck twice. 3 times. I'm not going to count. Let's not count. I know some of you don't like the cursing. Sorry. It's a frustrating subject, and it irks me that people... Anyway, be respectful in the comments, guys. As always, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate all your support. Have a great weekend, and if I don't see you, Merry Christmas. And I'm out. Peace.